Hello and welcome to round 3 with blue-black Faeries. I'm not huge on this hand. Like, we have the second Shores issue coming up again, and we've got a Mana Leak that's not, whatever. I really want to kind of figure out where the line is actually drawn in this deck, so I will do this. It's very possible that if our opponent's playing a fair or any kind of like not hyper aggressive deck, oh wow, this hand's not great. I drew the thing that just makes the hand perfect. A 1-drop. So our opponent is red-white control, so they have Chalice, which I don't really care about, Helix, Anger, Gideon, and a Mountain. Realistically, do I care about Helixes with this hand? Not a ton. So it's really just like Helixes versus the Chalice. Um, hmm. So Chalice 2, which our opponent will probably eventually get to, cuts us off a lot of things, but it cuts them off their helixes. Chalice 1 just cuts us off Inquisitions, really, because Disfigure's not good. Chalice 0 fights Ancestral. I don't know. I think it's Helix, actually. But I'm willing to believe that this is a game where I just, like, 8 turns down the line say, oh crap, I should have taken Chalice. I guess the real reason I also want to take Helix is that then I can, in theory, set up a protected click at some point, even though that's not a huge priority. Sure, Chalice 1. That's fine by me. So I know their hand is Helix, Anger, Gideon. Well, this like went absolutely as good as it possibly could have. So there's Blood Moon's probably obnoxious enough that I take it. So we've got 2 Helix. I took a Helix. Anger, Gideon. And I just don't want to play Magic against the Blood Moon today. Unibolt's definitely the play. Just main phase fetch so that these fights don't happen at weird times or the fetch messes me up. The Mana Leak I'm kind of saving for later. So if I go Spell Stutter, my opponent helixes again. I'm okay with that because I have another click. Another hand is Anger, Gideon, and they use both helixes. It's Anger, Gideon, and whatever they drew out the click, which I don't really care about. Boop. Spell Stutter's party is so good when it's good. It's just absurd. Oh my gosh, I forgot how great these cards are. Um, yeah, the sad part is that's not even like that big of an issue. So we're gonna have about Gideon and Anger. I'm gonna Mana Leak the Gideon. Sure. I'm gonna Vendilion click myself and ship this Disfig. Eerie the Harbinger. No. No, you're, uh, that kills Click. Gideon kills Click and is more obnoxious to deal with. So this is fine. If my opponent drew exactly Lightning Bolt, it's obnoxious, but yeah, absolutely not happening, buddy. There we go. Shucks. I don't. Well, you know what? I'm not a huge fan of just kind of running out Mistbind Click like that. So that's fine. Oh. Wow, I'm just not thinking. I have a Chalice in play on my opponent's side of the battlefield. Also, they're cut off of Lightning Bolt because of Chalice. That's just been sitting there for a million turns. Still doesn't bug me. Four. That attack doesn't change anything. There's no way they have a spot removal spell that answers this here. And this kills in 2 attacks. Tumble Magnet? Tumble Magnet? What? What is this? What's going on today? Oh my gosh. I haven't drawn a Bitter Blossom. That's what's actually going on. Well, it's actually not good anymore, but shh. Don't let my opponent know that. Man, it's just like I actually want to cast one of these spot removal spells now. I can't. It's so silly. Ghost Quarter doesn't do anything. My opponent's still not quite dead yet. Just not even going to suspend the vision. I don't even want to put the idea in their head that they should be chalicing 0. Hooray. That was terrible. I was going to draw the Cryptic in 2, so I was going to win anyway. So, explosives, not bad here. Ghost Quarter seems bad. Cletus seems bad. Thoughtseize seems great. Negate seems absolutely absurd. Not huge on Dismember or Disfigure, even if they have Sin Prodder. I don't mind hedging with some other rando removal. Spell Snare seems fine. Actually, not great. Just kills Chalice. So maybe I want like 4, and then I board out the Murderous Cut and leave in the Go for the Throat and the Doomblade. Though I guess Go for the Throat in theory could not target something. There's nothing in my opponent's graveyard. They're like Planeswalkers. Their cyborg creature is going to be like Sin Prodder or Inferno Titan. Kind of makes me want another big removal spell. Though I got a lot of stuff going on here. Spellsnar's not the most. Oh, Spellsnar hits Chalice, Helix, and Wall, so we'll hang out with that one. Yeah, this should be fine. Maybe I don't really care about EE. Whatever. I can like. Cut also gets around Chalice too, so that's a pretty big plus. We'll see how EE goes. I could take it or leave it. Especially because EE2, which is what clears the walls for the Mutavaults. Like, I guess if I have a Blossom, I don't really care about Mutavaults, so never mind. Oh, I can E3 to clear a Blood Moon. That is sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Taking the Seth Manfield approach to Magic. If the hand looks decent, keep it. He's not that loose. Sure. Land. Not bad. I don't think I Bitter Blossom here. I think the threat of a Blood Moon to my hand is like my hand is so good that I can't get Blood Mooned. That's just all I have to avoid. Think I'm supposed to get a blue-black here. And I think I'm supposed to use Mana Leak. It's close. If I get Sim Prodded, I'll regret this. But otherwise, I think this is okay. Well, I no longer have regrets about getting Sim Prodded because I now have an answer for that card. Well, I'm just going to play this. I don't really know what my opponent's leaving up at instant speed here that I care about. Bring the chip shots. Boil. Well, guess I'm supposed to counter that so I don't get LD'd off my one island. It's very unfortunate that I don't have a lot of islands in my deck. Sure, Nayuri. This will die. Yeah, sure. Plus. What did my opponent discard? Oh, they didn't. That's never a good sign. Well, let's keep jamming away with little dorks. Okay, that's decent draw. Um, that exiles an enchantment. Let's not do what I was about to do here. That would be a big stupid move. I think I'm actually just supposed to be able to murderous cut the Wall of Omens on my opponent's end step. It's another boil. Well, so I let the boil resolve, and then I exile my 2 lands to kill the Wall of Omens. And this way I have the most things in my graveyard for snap. What got this card out? Plains? Sure. This is anger, probably. I'm now at parity here, so I need to draw. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, there's only 4 actual islands in the deck, plus fetches for them. Yeah, Nahiri's just gonna end the game very soon, so I don't want to deal with that. It's a very sad state of affairs. Yeah, I'm kind of off this EE thing. Let's get some more removal spells to clear these stupid walls out of the way. Okay. This hand looks pretty good. I'm trying to think of what the downside is besides. I don't know. I'm going to keep it. I don't like letting my opponent know that I have Spell Setter, but with my setup, I like having my life total. So maybe that's wrong. So we've got Moon, Purge, Mag, Wall. I think I'm just supposed to take Moon because it's the most powerful card. The other cards were Temple Sacred. I put a card on top. Well, I was going to have to do this anyways. I think I want to get kind of aggro with my Mana Leak here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't think this Mana Leak's exceptionally great against the cards my opponent's shown me here. So I know there's a Sacred Foundry, a Purge, and a Tumble Magnet in my opponent's hand. Is that right? Is that it? Plains. Oh, they had a Plains when I did this. So I actually know there's 2 unknowns. Is there a reason to Thoughtseize here? Not huge on Thoughtseizing here. I don't care about that magic card. Pretty big on this Thoughtseize, though. Nahiri, Purge, Helix. Nahiri, Helix, Purge, Foundry. Well, I want to take Purge or Nahiri. I think Nahiri just has to be the right one to take. And then I just need to protect my Blossom from Purge. No reason to burn that. The Tumble Magnet's going to take care of most of that nonsense. So this will take the Purge. Oblivion Ring 2? Um, it still will take the Purge because the Sprite Purge interaction is not going to line up because of Helix. So I'd rather line up Negate, and the Negate lines up better with a Sorcery. Land? I didn't ask nicely enough. I know my opponent has Ring Helix. Okay. The only cards I know are Ring Helix. I don't think I can afford to lose this game to a Lightning Bolt here. Okay. Now we have successfully demonstrated control over the game, and not a whole lot matters. I'm going to leave this as a fetch land for as long as possible. I don't need to do anything. I'm going to go for the throat on my opponent's next end step. Nah, I don't really want to start the mutable fight. Yeah, I have no incentive to ever do anything now. I just have answers after answers. Helix the token? Sure. That's very high. If it was Helix me, I would have countered it. Helix the token does not bother me in the slightest. 26? Pretty sure I still have that beat. This is probably like Nahiri or something crazy. So the reason the Delta is hanging out as a non-island is Boyle that we saw last game for the record. And it will continue to do so as long as I can leave it that way. Also, the one life could matter. I think from this board state, being able to... Banishing Light. Yeah, I may as well keep consistent and play around like a Bolt or something. Though I guess if my opponent has Chalice Main, the odds they have anything is really low. So it was kind of a mistake to do. I like that one. I should tap all of my islands, so I'm Boil proof. I want to fire this here while my opponent's tapped low, so there's not like weird interactions with removal spells. Interesting. So there's Purge, Boil, Moon. I don't think Boil matters. The question is if Boil plus Moon matters. I'm not sure it does. I think the combination of all three matters a little bit. So I probably just want to take the Purge. Okay. I will now get my island so that my colored mana lines up fine. That was fine. I didn't even care about those 2 lands. I'm going to kill this in case I want to decide to go on the offensive with Mutavaults. Which I think we're approaching the right time. Ooh. On the other hand, I actually don't know if the game takes that long to finish. This time we're leaving up the island because we know about Blood Moon. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care. I'll just counter the Blood Moon. Well, that's an island, but yeah, I don't think there's like an instant speed sweeper of any kind that I'm afraid of here. Attack for the absolute maximum possible. My opponent, even through tapping stuff, dies. Is this Gideon? Oh, Elspeth. Okay. I guess that in theory makes this sort of a game. I can kill Elspeth or my opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I get angered, I just die. If I get second, I think that the number of second planeswalkers here that end the game is so high that I can't afford to. I should have played this, whatever. Yeah, the number of second planeswalkers there that end the game for my opponent, like Gideon or whatever, is just too high for me to risk it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, that was fun for everybody. Faeries versus control deck. The Boil Blood Moon being good against this deck's kind of a problem. I'm very glad that the card's on the downswing if I'm going to play this deck.